Hello everyone and welcome to my session 6 in my scrap challenge here. And so I'm going to start just by trimming these photos down and matting them. And so as I'm doing that, I just wanted to briefly explain the challenges I had and why I had a long delay before I was able to upload this video. So first and foremost, I actually ran out of photos from my box. So I did not have 100 photos printed, which I thought I did. And so I didn't have enough to do a whole session here. So I was using my time thinking about trying to edit photos to print some more, and then I was looking around to see if I had any more photos already printed that I could use. So that took some time, let alone I was really busy with work, and then I was just a little too tired. I didn't have the time to actually scrapbook. So I was just so thrilled that I went through the box and I was like, hey, I'm out of photos. So that was great. And so this challenge really has helped me to get these photos out of the box onto pages and move on. And now I can actually print more photos for future layouts. So I think I'm going to do this challenge again and maybe, I don't know, keep doing it. I don't know. It's making me really progress through my photos and scrapbook in a different way, but it's a lot of fun, and it really does feel good to get this much done in such a short period of time each night that I'm scrapbooking. So anyways, back to the layout. Just digging through that kit and trying to use as much of the papers and scraps that I have in that kit, because mentally I know I'm coming to the end of this challenge and I want to see how much I was able to use up, and so I want to use as much as I can from the little bits and pieces that are left over. So a little bit of time was spent just digging through the kit trying to find some scraps that would work and designer papers that would work. So with this green background, that is one of the most challenging colors for me to scrapbook with, and that is why it's been in my stash for so long. So I jumped right in and chose that as the background. But with black and white photos and these little pops here of pink and the navy dark blue, I think it works well, and because there's a little bit of green as well in the photo, in the one colored photo. So I think that worked well, and I'm just glad to put it to use. So now I'm also putting to use these chipboard alphabets that were in the kit that I hadn't touched yet, and I am adding adhesive to the back of each one. So that is part of the process, which takes time. So they are on my no-buy list again. I'm not going to buy chipboard alphas anymore. And so again, just digging through the kit and trying to mix match and use as many alpha stickers as I can as well. I had to modify a letter to make the letter E there, but I think it still looks like an E and works out. And so I'm just adding a label and using my number stickers too to add the date here, which I'm also just trying to use up. And then I just, for finishing touches on this layout, I decided to add some enamel dots. And so again, just trying to figure out what will work and just add a little bit of dimension and a little pops of color. So I started there with just a little white arrow. Here I'm adding a heart. And then I found these little dots that I had from Stampin' Up, and there was some light pink ones, so I thought those would be a nice little offset, kind of soft little touch of color. So I'm just adding 3 of those. And then this sticker is one of those that was a challenge to take off the sheet as well as get the little negative portions out. So I will not be buying those anymore either. But again, that took time, but I was able to get it out and put it there on my page. So now I'm just adding my journaling here on the bottom of this photo, and that will finish this layout. So here's the completed page. And so on this page, I got 3 photos down, and it took me 19 minutes. And this is my 17th layout overall. So on to the next page. I'm using these 3 photos, which are mix match, totally different sizes, totally different years, but of me and my husband, and they're just a challenge to put together on one page. So I started trimming them down, and I was fiddling with how will these fit on a page and look good. So I edited this out, but I just wanted to show you that it is a struggle when you have photos like this. And so I just jumped in and just said, okay, let's pick some papers and just see how that takes this page. And once I chose that first piece of paper and laid it in the center, that helped me confirm that, okay, this will look okay with the photos as they are. So rather than me fiddling on a blank sheet, having the designer paper there actually helped me ground it and just visually see how the photos would lay together. So I matted them all with the white border as well to make them a little more unified and stand out against that busy background. And so again, I just went with colors that went together, so they both had this navy and that kind of teal blue. And again, another little strip of scrap from my kit that I wanted to use. And I wanted to offset the colors from the gray and the blue, so that's why I added that tan color there. And then again, some more little bits from my kit I just want to use up. So I added this portion here to the top. And then I had another little bit I added to the bottom to make it look as if there was one complete strip going all the way through the back when really there isn't. And so to tie in the white, I'm going to use these alphas again. And so I'm going to make my title, and it's going to say Through the Years, because, like I said, these photos were from 3 different years. So I think there's 2003, I think 2005, and 2006. So I'm just putting my alphas down, nothing really fancy here. And again, I'm just digging through my kit trying to use up what I have, use what I have. So those I thought went okay. And so since I used that craft alphas, I decided to use these craft labels to mark the dates, or the year at least, on each photo, which I thought would be good. So I just hand wrote with my pen the years on each label sticker. So another thing I did on this layout, you'll see after I write all these dates, sorry I didn't edit this out, but I actually dug through my little bag of embellishments with gray embellishments that wasn't part of my kit, because as I got going with this layout and I had the gray background, I didn't have anything really gray in my kit. And so I just wanted to add some of that, more of that color to tie it together. And so I did deviate from my kit a little bit on this one, but I think it worked out for the best. So once I added these arrows, it gave me like a spot to make clusters. And so I started adding to those 3 spots as much as I could. And then that's where I started to dig into my bin of gray embellishments. And that's where this little bit came from, this little flag with the gray hearts. And so I cut it in half and added it here to tie in the gray. And then I had this little bit in my little baggie, so I added that there. So I sort all my embellishments by color because I find that that's how I look for stuff. And so I have little, not Ziploc baggies, but kind of little baggies, and I separate all my embellishments and sort them by color. So it made it really easy to just pour it out and see all the gray stuff I had and just kind of pick and choose what might work. So I had this big piece, I just didn't know where to put it. It was round, it had gold, it didn't really match, but I wanted to use it because it said you and me, and I don't know when else I would ever use that embellishment, so I decided to put it on this page. And so I added it here to the right and added that red heart back on, and I think that works. I think it helps draw your eye to the right and brings some balance to that right side. So here I am just adding some more embellishments, again adding that the other half that I cut off there so that it match. And just some more enamel dots there, the pop of red, so that you have that visual triangle there. So that finishes this second layout. This one had 3 more photos, and it took me 21 minutes, a little bit longer because I was digging through my gray embellishments. So those were the last of my photos, and so here I had photos printed by this website, canvas.com, where it can print 3 by 3 photos for you. and they're 25 cents each photo. And so these were all from Instagram, which is what they, I guess, specialize in. And so I just wanted to show you that. So this was the second batch that I was looking for photos to Scrapbook. And so I have a bunch of these photos that I did print from Canvas. And so I just thought, hey, why not use these to Scrapbook with? And it'll get me a lot more photos down in this session. So as you can see, this spread, I have 9 photos all on one 12 by 12 layout, which is awesome. And so I decided to tie them together with cardstock in the back so that they look like photo strips, because each photo strip is based off of one event, except for the first one has just random photos. But they were all from the same year. So that's the common thread here. And as you can see, again, I chose a very busy background paper, which again would be hard for me to use otherwise if I didn't have most of it covered up. So all I'm doing after I made those photos into strips on the craft cardstock is now I'm just adding embellishments all over these photos. So I'm starting with those word stickers, and then once I added this yellow, I decided, okay, I got to add it in other places so that it's balanced. So I'm just looking to see where can I add more of these word stickers, and then I start adding enamel dots. So again, I went with this yellow because I had those yellow stickers already. And so again, this was very quick and easy when you have a bunch of random photos like this. Again, all different colors, different places, just and not much to journal really, because I don't remember from 2012 anything I want to journal about. They're kind of self-explanatory. And so I just adding more dots wherever I can. And then now I decided to add some pops of pink on this side because that one pinkish photo on the left, I just felt needed to balance it out. And then I liked the way this pink popped off of the page a little bit. There I had to move them over, they didn't fit, but I was happy to use those pink letters because I hadn't used them up yet. And then again, I deviated from my kit and I went and got my washi tape because I felt like I wanted a little bit of black to neutralize it a little bit. So I went and got my black washies, and then these came about. So I added some to the top and to the bottom of the layout, and then I thought I'd add this little strips on the top to make it look like the washi tape is holding these photo strips in place. And then again, I'm adding just the year again. So yes, I'm going to add the year 3 times on this page, and it's printed on some of the photos, but I don't care. I think because that's the common thread on this spread is the year. These were all in 2012. So there I'm adding the date again, and again I'm trying to use up my supplies and add some visual interest on various spots of the page. So I'm adding some more pink with these heart enamel shapes, and that will finish this 3rd layout. And so this layout I got 9 more photos down. It only took me 18 minutes, and this is my 19th layout overall. So in this session, here's my total. I got 15 photos done in 58 minutes, and so my grand totals for this challenge is I have 81 photos and just about 45 minutes left in this challenge. So we'll see if I can do one more session, and then I'll have an overview. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.